Now, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to this particular session, which is about registering a company and a business via SSM. Yeah, and our speaker for today is the head of operations of SSM Sarawak. We're happy that our speaker today is someone that is not, someone from UNIMAS itself, formerly a student of UNIMAS, our alumni. And without further ado, can I just pass these to Encik Ron? All right. The session will be, he will speak for, he will do his presentation, conduct his presentation, and after that, we can have a question and answer session. Would that be okay, Ron, with you?
Yeah, can. Or otherwise, we can see, we take the photo first, or how?
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Could everybody switch on their cameras?
Yeah.
And Shazani, would you like to take pictures? Yeah. Shazani, could you help in taking pictures of these? Of all of us, please?
All right. Boleh.
All right. Okay, so the rest of you guys, could we take a picture of everyone? Could everybody switch on their cameras, please? Yeah. So that we can have a quick picture session. Okay. All right. Noliza, can you switch on your cams, please? Yeah.
Ya, Madam, cari tudung.
This is always the case on online,
Nice.
situations, right?
Yeah.
All right, Martha, Nadia, Pam, please switch on your cams. Sekejap je,
Yeah. For a
sekejap
while.
aja. Just like second ke macam tu kan, Cik Ron?
Yeah. Nanti bila dah seronok-seronok, so kita lupa pula nak ambil gambar. So better we do in the first place. Nanti line terganggu ke and all that. So it's very hard for us to get the pictures lah. Yeah.
Yes, correct. Azlan said that dia tak ada cam, and then
It's
lepas
okay.
tu Nadia pun kata tak ada cam. So
Yeah.
siapa-siapa yang ada cam, please switch
Ada
on.
on.
Alright. Fatima pun kata tak ada cam, no problems.
Okay. Tak apa, I think this is enough lah. If you don't have any cams, then I think this is enough lah for to prove that we have conducted a session also. And then kita ada photo session before the class, before this started lah.
Okay. So Nadia, Noliza dah kacak dah rupa diri ya.
Oh.
Kesian Dada Noliza. Okay. Let me take a picture of everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So I think who will take the pictures?
I am.
Yeah. Okay. Can.
Okay. Alright, senyum. Okay. Yang ada yang mask tu senyum behind mask. Okay. One more time. Alright. Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
Right. So thank you for everyone. So can I share the slides first?
Please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So you can see my slides, right?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Okay. So very good afternoon, everyone. Puan Farida, I think not remember to this Dr. Nazira. I think she hope she get well soon. And then everyone here, all my I think colleagues, I thought it's colleague or cosmet, I don't know, maybe of the UNIMAS students. Thank you for attending this. I think some sort like a short briefing or a short awareness regards to this registration of business. So actually our organization SSM has been prepared to us slides, a special slides for this session, which is in Malay lah, because now our what we call that, the new PM is asking us to prepare on the Malay versions, not bahasa kebangsaan, bahasa Melayu, bahasa kebangsaan. So we'll prepare these slides mostly in the peninsula lah, in Sabah, Sarawak. We might use the English one, but we try our best untuk capture for both bahasa. So selamat datang buat rakan-rakan sekalian. So today I think not only students, Puan Farida,
not
I
only
think the staff
students,
also.
UNIMAS staff as well. And
Yeah,
I think we also have somebody from outside of Malaysia, Peter, right? Peter Kerubi. Peter, you know, any single time if you have an issue with the language, just raise your hands, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, can.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, Peter. So I think my slides in Bahasa Malaysia because it was prepared by our HQ. So I think I don't have any time to translate actually. That is one reason. So I guess you can understand, Mr. Peter, because I have a lot of colleagues from foreigner, colleagues also studied with me in master in UNIMAS. I think I'm promoting UNIMAS first lah. So thank you for coming, for attending for this session. It's very interesting interesting topic for me, but not you, I guess. But some sort like I see those students who have own business, then maybe might be interesting to them, but not for those who not just attended for this program, just for a simple what we call it, simple just for attended for this program only. So might be a boring sessions to you because it related to the particular of procedures, acta or act, and also the ordinance itself. So welcome everyone. This is my introduction, and then furthermore I have to intro by myself. So I think Puan Farida has introduced me. My name, you can call me Ron. Okay. So previously I was studied in UNIMAS also in international economics. Okay. Then I'm not further my study. Okay, until up to 15 years, 16 years, then only I take my masters. So no time for this particular of further study because my otak jam already. So I try my best this semester. I think this is my final year. Next sem is my final sem. So and then I have background on bankings. Only for 5 months, some sort like that. Then I joined SSM. Okay, SSM. I was previously investigating officer. Okay, for more than 10 years. And so I have facing a lot of offences in terms of doing business in Malaysia and also the companies in Malaysia. Also a certified financing investigator. So under the Bank Negara. So now I've been transferred to Sarawak to handle for Sarawak under this operation section, handling all the registration of business and in Semenanjung, business in Semenanjung. We can further details on that later on. The registration of companies in Malaysia. So this is my I think my line of works at the moment. So maybe later maybe I pergi tempat yang lain. So I think kalau ada questions on the registration of business, let me know. You boleh raise of hand ataupun you just cakap je. Then you all dengar tak? Can you hear me? Is it okay? Because my line is not really good. Okay, thank you, Nadia. Thank you so much. Because my line is not really good in the office, that's why I'm very late to to go in this Webex. So I try my best to deliver a good knowledge to everyone. So whomever actually I don't really like giving an awareness regards to any registration of business through online, because for me I want to show the real of the what we call that, how you do run a business, and then I give a lot of example for you to see and to share in terms of, because my idea not really good to deliver in terms of online, but I really good deliver any ideas through face to face, I mean physically, not in the line of online like this. Actually seems like the lecturers also not really suitable for me to do the onlines actually, because I cannot get any idea, because I want to see the students, I want to see who raised the hand, I want to see the examples surrounding there, then only I straightly give the example. Here I cannot see, I see only my rooms, my PC, my laptop, and all surround inside my room. I don't have any idea inside here, like inside the jail. Okay, let's proceed to the because they are given me 1 hour, Puan Farida. Okay, 1 hour to deliver the talk regard to this registration of business in Malaysia, not the outside the Malaysia. So in Malaysia, especially in Sarawak. Okay, in Sarawak, because we focus on Sarawak. UNIMAS is physically in Sarawak, so quite different, what we call that, a quite different way of registration in Sarawak. Okay, we have a lot of act to cover, and then a lot of audience to be covered. Yeah? So next, so wait, next. Okay, next. This is my agenda. Okay, so I will see I will share regards to this function of SSM itself. So everyone know about SSM. Maybe Peter, you might know the your country punya registrar of companies. So same as SSM, we are registrar of the companies in Malaysia. So we call it Companies Commission of Malaysia. The agency under the KPDN HEP. So I will intro the entity of the business itself. Okay, the how benefits of you to register the businesses, and what is offered by SSM. Okay, code of the Trust for those online businesses. What is the coding for the Trust, which I will intro later on, and the last some sort like the question and answer. So you can interrupt me any point of time. Okay, so if you have questions, so I don't I am not only waiting for the last session for question and answer. This is only my agenda. So next, without further delay, I will intro first regarding on the SSM itself. How SSM become SSM? Okay. Previously, the SSM is a registrar of companies and also registrar of business in Semenanjung, Malaysia. Okay. Previously, only the registrar of companies in Sarawak. So once SSM has been, corporatized, so it merged, become an SSM, Companies Commission of Malaysia, which is on, incorporated on the April 2002 under the Companies Commission Act, 2001. So Act 614 lah. This one is related banyak kepada akta-akta. It might be some sort like boring. This one is very boring one. So you might some sort like businesses dekat luar, businessmen atau businesswoman dekat luar, they don't want to see the act. They want to see my business is going on. I not run the business. I want to run business without any disturbance from any other enforcement agencies. So all the businesses outside there, they want to run the business saja. Tetapi they doesn't know what the act ataupun how the act is covered you. So how this act covered you, and then how you want to register business. What is the benefit of the what we call that? What is the benefit you registered the companies or registered the businesses? So next is this is our branch, is our HQ. The whole Malaysia we have one HQ, headquarters. The state office is 12. The 7 is branches, and UTC 2, which is in Melaka and also in KL. So we have in Sarawak, there are 1 state and 2 branch, which is in Miri, and the new one is Cebu, which is 2018. I was previously in all these places. So we can find either you cross the border, or you cross the border of Sabah, Sarawak, cross the border of Semenanjung, Malaysia. So you can register any of your companies. Okay. So next, you can see apa fungsi utama SSM. So this is the function of SSM itself, is to incorporate the companies, okay, the limited liability partnership, okay, and also the registration of business. The incorporated of companies is under the Companies Act. Now we call the Company Act 2016. Previously was under Companies Act 1965. Now is under 2016. So it implemented and enforced on the 31st of January 2017. Is covered. So this one is under the companies. All the companies. What is the companies? We call is the companies is in them berhad, and also unlimited companies. So this companies is we SSM is covered for the companies and also LLP, which is perkongsian liability terhad. In English is limited liability partnership, is covered by SSM in Sarawak. But for the business registration is either the partnership or sole proprietor, we call is enterprise, is covered for Semenanjung, Malaysia, and also Labuan only under the Business Registration Act 1956. So this one only for Semenanjung, Peninsula, and Labuan only. But it can cross border. Later on, we can explain later regards to this Pendaftaran Perniagaan or registration of business in Sarawak. So in Sarawak, only we allowed SSM allowed for the registration of business for online business only. So but the business address must be stated in Semenanjung punya business address, whether the premises or house, what we call that, house address. So that was covered under the Registration of Business Act in Peninsula and Labuan. So mostly, if I can remember that the perkongsian liability terhad LLP, this type is a limited liability partnership where the business is very limited to the partnership or the partners. So regards to the agreement or the partnership agreement, that's why we call it the limited liability partnership. So when I read this particular of LLP, I can remember that there is one group of student UNIMAS 2014, if I'm not mistaken. At point of time, the chairman of the director of entrepreneurship club in UNIMAS is Dr. Arif if I'm not mistaken. I was one of the speaker for this, the same what we call that, the same session like this, but not online physically. I was, conducted one session for 4 hours for that UNIMAS students under the Dr. Arif. At the point of time, Dr. Arif is my previous lecturers also in my degree. So we are conducted one session for the student UNIMAS. Regard the point of time is LLP is very famous because LLP is enforced on the 2012 Act. Okay, so one group of the
Dr. Effendi, right?
Dr. Effendi Arif. We call it Dr. Arif. I don't know. Dr. Effendi. Yeah, Dr. Effendi. Yeah. I think one of the group of the student has been incorporated one at LLP. I don't know what kind of business, but that business, I think that student has been, I think graduated already, 2014. Then I saw them again for 2015 when SSM conducted one program in I don't think so in UNIMAS, but in somewhere of the online entrepreneurship in Sarawak, Kuching, City One. That point of time, they are so back that students, they come up with a good result. Okay, a good result. One of the entity of group that student, I think they're from Peninsular Malaysia. This student from study in UNIMAS. Very active students. They come of two groups, two members. They are, incorporated the limited liability partnership. Okay, they have their own company with special business card. When we asking regards to their business are very good. I don't know whether they are still now, they still, operate their business, or I can't remember because too long to remember, because a lot of students and a lot of the entrepreneurs, we have guide them until beginning, until the end. So they are very success until now. So this is a part of student UNIMAS that I want to share with this group of students. Is very I think they can spend their time for study and then can manage very well in terms of study and also the business. There's still business inside the UNIMAS itself because of the supported by the club, the entrepreneurship club, UNIMAS. I think this is a very success I think club at the point of time lah. I don't know whether now we can see, because there is a grant given by the I think from the high education, right, for the entrepreneur in certain university at the point of time, as Dr. Effendi sharing to me, a grant given to the student to operate the business at least from the beginning until they are very up to them. So this is a part of the how they train the student to what we call it to involve in the businesses line. Mostly the student is from the FEB, some of the student from ICT and also engineering. But for example, not only the FEB, economic business, faculty academic business are involved in this particular business. Don't worry, for those others from the FEB, don't worry, because I have example for you that the ICT from the FIT or ICT from the Polytechnic. I also given a guy, I also conduct one sessions to the Polytechnic student in Muka by way around of 2000, I think if not mistaken, 2018 or 2017. They are very success also, because at the point of time, these students is operate their business inside the campus, because they doesn't know how to register the business and then how they conduct their own business, because they are illegally doing the business in the campus. But now, at the point of time when we conduct one sessions to the Polytechnic students, because requested by their some sort like Pamparida, they conducted one session. They're asking us to conduct one session, then at the point of time they are registered for business online. So this student is now at the point of time legally operating the business in the campus by using the online businesses. So these students, a group of students, the ICT student, or maybe in UNIMAS is FIT. So this ICT student, they are really success in terms of selling and deliver COD and all that. At the point of time is very famous in terms of power bank. So among of the members, for those who are interested in terms of the power bank, they sell it through the website, and then those students from the campus itself will go to them. Or otherwise they COD for those kampung area, the kampung, they send over either by post or by COD to this particular of customer. So I don't think so all the student just study, but they can do business in the campus through the online business, but legally. So that's why the registration of business is very important to you, supaya for those your customer is what we call that, can you can convince your customer that you are genuine. So this is very important to us, to show that registration of business not only for those who are interested into businesses, ataupun registration of business for those yang berkejaya untuk jadikan dia sebagai bisnes sahaja, but then the student also can do it. That's why I think this session is very important, or the club of entrepreneurship itself is very important to those important to be existed in the campus area. So other than that, the function of SSM itself is a center of what we call that, a profile of corporate companies profile, and also the business profile. So all the statistic, okay, all the statistic and also the information regards to the companies and enterprise or businesses is gathered in our record in SSM. So once you need this particular of what we call that, need this particular of information. For example, I give you one example. If you need to do loan, okay, so every banks are synchronized and collaborated each other under the Bank Negara. They are requesting all the information through SSM. So once you need the loans or any particular of grant, you need the grant from the government also, they need your details. Okay, your details must be legally, legally recorded. So all the data, all your data for registration of business is everything's under SSM. So everything that you want, get the loan, you can print out, just through online. You can get the information or your information regard to your company or your businesses. You can just print out from the SSM, but you have to pay lah. So through online also, we call it, the data can be through our deliver service under the My Data or e-info, or otherwise now is the latest one is Access. You can see in our website SSM, www.ssm.com.my. So other than that, we also enforce. The third one is enforce. So that means we are the top tier of the corporate registration and also registry. So we also enforce to any of non-compliant issues regard to the illegally conducting any businesses. Maksud dia, so sesiapa yang tidak daftar perniagaan ataupun companies, but you are running the businesses without any registration, you boleh dikenakan, it's an offence. An offence either under the Companies Act 2016 or the LLP. I'm not focused on the ROBA, Registration of Business Act, because this one is under Peninsula and Labuan. But I'm sure there is students here from Semenanjung also. But I think the student from Semenanjung is very easy to them to learn, because not like in Sarawak. Sarawak, for students Sarawak, I'm very sorry, because it's very difficult to you to register the enterprise in Sarawak, because you are covered under the ordinance or business ordinance of Sarawak. So not under the SSM, except for the company's registration. I mean, company's registration is Sdn Bhd and Berhad and LLP. It's very big size lah, rather than enterprise. You can conduct any of the businesses enterprise by using, if you have the address in Semenanjung. So you can do a business online, but not physically. So that's why we are more enforced in Sarawak for the companies and LLP. So for example, previously we saw, we can see that companies we call as Syarikat or Syarikat. Is Sarawak sini dia cakap Syarikat, but then it's only the enterprise. Itu beza deh. Sebenarnya is bahasa pasar lah kita guna for dekat sini companies, but companies is related, for your example, for your information, companies is for Sdn Bhd and Berhad company and also LLP, because the entity of the companies and also LLP is a separate legal entity rather than the Pendaftaran Perniagaan. I think most of the first year student or second year student, they know about the separate legal entity. So under, I think, ada companies law, kita belajar that particular or separate legal entity. Okay. So other than that, SSM also conducting, we have our own, what we call that, training center, corporate training center, only in our HQ headquarters. So we have a corporate training center in HQ. So whomever, those lecturers, those businesswomen, those businessmen who are interested into attending any what we call it, courses, you can go to our website to register yourself. This one is payment, okay, by payment. So conducted training with SSM, how you want to operate your companies well. Okay, for those student, okay, student accounting here. Any student from accountancy? Do you have anyone? Okay, for those accountancy, this is a very good, very good sessions to you. You can ask me a question regarding of the business of secretarials. Okay, whomever after the whomever who have a full capacity or full knowledge or full experience on the particular of, maybe you taking the accountancy. So if you're taking the accountancy, you are eligible to what we call that, to be a certified company secretary. It's very good businesses. If you have the MIA, you registered as MIA members, okay? MIA members, you can appointed as a company secretary. This is what the most of the student accountancy, they don't have any other, they are very very eager to do some sort like businesses on businesses. You can be, you don't want to be an auditor, you can be a company secretary. If you're eligible, you automatically can appointed yourself as a company secretary and practices. So it's a very good business. So very good business, and also you can run your own business by this particular prescribed body. So that is how there is many opportunity outside there regard to the business. So now I have what we call that. I think I share this particular of information regards to the business entity, the comparison of the what we call that entity of business in SSM. I think I given this informations to Dr. Nazira also. I sharing with her regard to this slides. So the entity that is different, there are different entity information regard to this particular of information on the businesses. So we can see there, okay, I divided all how much you want to pay, how much you how much is the eligibility of the age and all that. So there are three entity. There are three entity. Enterprise. Enterprise is what I said just now, is regard to the companies. The Registered of Business Act, under the Registration of Business Act 1956. So this the fee. The fee is 30 and 60. Why 30 is 60? Anyone can answer why is 30 and 60? This is I think the Semenanjung or those who are registered with this ROBA, I think they know why this is amount is like that lah. Anyone? No. Or still learning? Okay, it's okay. So I think I just proceed. I know how the online courses look like. Sam, I think Sam with me. When I'm doing the online, so this is how the risk for me is the risk lah. For those lecturers lah, then I know. So mostly they acquired, they don't have any interest in the particular, because we are not two-way communications. If you have two-way communication, is physically is you're not boring lah for this particular session. So you're very eager to see how the information is look like, and then how we you want to operate your own companies or your own enterprise or businesses. So this fee is based on the RM 30 for the enterprise, and also 60. The 30 is for your own name. Your name can be as your IC name. Okay, for 60 is the commercial. Commercial is what you can see, the ABC enterprise. So that is a commercial. Name is Fatin bin what so on, binti so on. So that is how the name for as per IC is 30. If the name is commercial, then 60 will be provided for you lah. So for the students, okay, if you are student in UNIMAS or any university but approve or have consent, any consent letter from the what we call that the registrar of university itself. So you have a letter, then you be grant for free. So we are now is gather for those students, we are given for free, because there is a grant for you all to register your own business. You have what we call that, if you are eligible for this particular of free, then you can register it now, because we still got a lot of chances for you to register your business online. This one is for business online for Sarawak. For the Semenanjung, any can physically or online, you can use this enterprise for Semenanjung and Labuan, because you are not covered under the ordinance. Yeah.
Sorry, Ron, just a question here.
Yeah.
We do have students from Semenanjung, Malaysia attending this. So these students who has a registered address, whose IC address is in Semenanjung, they can apply for an enterprise, right? Under
yes.
Now we also have in UNIMAS what we call SSU, Sistem Pendaftaran Syarikat UNIMAS, UNIMAS Siswa, and when they register a business with SSU, we do give them a certificate, and that certificate of registration, will SSM consider that as proof that these are students?
There is a requirement. There is a requirement by the SSM itself. You can see in the website. Okay, there is a requirement by the SSM itself. Either you the letter from the university itself is enough, and also there is a card, metric card, and then you have to attach the particular of the requirement. There is a requirement there. for the student to get the free for first year registration for free. Same as the B40 also. For those who are not student, also given the free B40. So we have a grading, and also the what we call it OKU also we got the free for registration for the first year. So that is how we still open for everyone, because this one is given by our minister regards to this because of due to the COVID, and also the student we are given also the same thing, the free one. So for registration, then only when they renew next year for renewal, then they have to pay. So at the beginning, as long as you have the address in Semenanjung for the business registration, you only can do the online, okay, online business, but cannot do physically in Sarawak. You physically in Semenanjung, yes, can, but physically in Sarawak I cannot do, because that one is an offense to the trade license ordinance of Sarawak. Okay, if you do physically for the enterprise, okay, so that's why you do everything else online. I don't think so you have the particular of place. The place you in Sarawak is only for your stock, so you deliver through post, some sort like that. That is how the business online is running out. So same as other Shopee also, they hand over all the things, not physically you running like kedai runcit one, no. Kedai runcit, you face to face with that particular, but this one is online. Okay, online business, you do a deliver also online. So everything is you deliver online, or some sort they deliver online, maybe the software, you create a software, you sell online, so you giving them online. Mostly I saw in the online businesses now is VPN. I don't know what is called VPN. VPN, I think ICT person know about this VPN. Mostly they sell online because they want to boost up the internet more faster, or you can watch the movie more faster through internet and all that, right? So they sell the VPN. Also the Turnitin, to take the plagiarism, they sell online. So some sort like that, they deliver online. For those face product, other products, so you can do online, deliver online, like what Shopee did. They sell, they post to certain person with the address given. So that is how they're running the online business, no physically. So that is the conditions.
Okay, so a student from Sarawak who wants to register an online business needs to have a Semenanjung address?
Yes. Previously, we have what we call that that we have appointed one companies to have Maya punya place, but it was terminated already due to the expiry of the agreement, the mutual agreement between two parties, between SSM and state. So we now, that's why whomever from Sarawak or Sabah, I don't know, but Sarawak, whomever, also same thing as Sabah, but mostly the Sarawakians, doing a business online, they will register by using the business address in Semenanjung or Labuan. The house address of certain brothers, sisters, families, and all that. Because in Semenanjung, the act was covered by way of house address also can be a business address, not as what we did in Sarawak. Sarawak, you need the commercial area or commercial buildings to operating your business. So different.
We have a question here from Shazani. What address he was asking? Just anybody's address? Do you need proof that you are at a particular address, or you just type in an address only?
Address, make sure the address you will get the consent from that particular address, because as what SSM have an enforcement team. So they will check based on your customer complaint later on. So we check for that particular of house, of person, or your relatives, because they are suddenly how can my house can be your business address or some sort like that. She or he doesn't know that you don't get any consent from them, so it might be trouble for you, but you get the consent from them, ask them whether you can use their address or not. Any address you can use, as long as that is a registered address. I means that is a eligible address for you to run your business secara maya lah, online businesses. You get the consent, which we don't need that proof whether you are to attach that particular address. No, you need the consent for that particular person or your relatives or your brothers and sisters. So you get the consent from them first lah, for my advice. Then only you can do that. Rather than suddenly our enforcement team come to your relative address, then doesn't know, then payah for you lah, trouble for you. So try your best lah to handle it carefully and do by way of legally lah. For me.
Thank you. Does that answer your question, Shazani? I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Please.
So can I proceed to the next? Is we still under enterprise. Long way to go, but still I think I have to move fast, I guess, because it's more to 1 hour already. So okay, the ownership of this enterprise is either the sole proprietor or partnership, maximum 20. So the compliance for this particular what we call that, the compliance, yearly compliance for this particular enterprise is you just renew every year. How much is this, 30 or 60? You can renew. You can renew for 5 years also can. So after the expiry date, then you have to renew. You know when you want to renew your license. So the eligibility of the registration must be warga negara. So pemasdatin tetap and 18 and above. Age is still 18 and above. Still 18 and above. So the registration is under easybiz.ssm.com.my. Very easy. You don't need to come to our office for the activation. You just take a photo and then you have this one. So you have an IC, attach and all that. Then activate. Then only you register the enterprise. Okay, not like in Sarawak. We have to go to the office, bringing the A3 paper, and then I think takes so long to be registered. This one is only 1 hour. You got the 1 hour, 1 day incorporated, then you got the license already. So what we compare to Sabah, Sarawak and Semenanjung or Labuan, so every of the Jalan punya, they have a license. You know why? Later on we share the benefits. We're sharing on the why the benefit of registration. Now we go to Sdn Bhd. Sdn Bhd is more expensive and more riskier. And for me, is you are very good businessman, and then you are kaya already because you're having the enterprise. Then you go to Sdn Bhd. You know why Sdn Bhd is very good for those who are very success in the business? Because they can compete to the enterprise, and also they can what we call that, they can collect the what we call that, the properties. They can register the properties under the companies without suing you as a individuals. Okay, kalau enterprise tadi, they are can sue you. They cannot sue the enterprise. They can sue you as individual. So mana you nak lari? So susah. Kalau Sdn Bhd, they cannot sue the individu. They sue the companies. And that's why Sdn Bhd is very important, same as PLT. So Sdn Bhd more riskier than more expensive lah. Sdn Bhd is more expensive because the fee is 1,000, but you have to appoint the company secretary after the 30 days. That's why company secretary is very important here. That's why I offer those who are taking the accountants punya backgrounds. So you are eligible untuk register with the body under MRL, so got a license for practice, license a secretary, then you can be appointed as a company secretary to this particular company. Kalau you fee pendaftaran to SSM is 1,000. Kalau you running on your punya business, kalau ada certain company want to incorporate the companies, you boleh own one company is 2,500. Now is 3,000 to 4,000 they charge you. So how many company? 100 pun enough already 1 month. Kan you cari orang for 1 month 40,000. So every month you charge lagi that particular for any documentation related to the company, you kena charge 60 service you maybe dalam 60 ringgit or 80 ringgit per month. So any of dia macam lawyer jugalah. Lawyer pun get appointed as a what we call that, as a company secretary. So banyak company secretary who have an active company under dia punya superview. So they will kaya lah. Tapi you kena practice well. Kena practice well as a company secretary. This how the company secretary come in. So everything lodgement, submission of the documentation for the Sdn Bhd is handled by the company secretary. That's why once you incorporated the Sdn Bhd, after 30 days you have to appoint the company secretary. 30 days. That's what the Act says. This was covered by the Act of 2016, Companies Act 2016. So, but every year you have to lodge to SSM, and then you have to circulate your financial statement, and also annual returns to SSM, and also circulated this financial statement to among of your shareholders. Dalam ni dia ada shareholders dengan directors. The shareholders and directors are exist. So they appear dekat sini. So what we call that, every year you must submit it in this, and it must be audited. This financial statement must be audited. So audited ataupun unaudited. So under the Companies Act 2016, previously the minimum of the shareholders and directors is 2. Now is 1. So sekarang 1 sudah boleh. So can student from Sarawak register? Yes. SPPP can, as long as you online businesses and no physically in Sarawak, only online business, and also you are student or B40 or OKU. So SPP can. So that is free for registration. So you can allow as long as you have a business address by using the business address in Semenanjung, not in Sarawak. So I think correspondent address only can use Sarawak. Correspondent address, but not the business address. So you attach all the requirement as the SPP has given in that particular website. So SPP is still available. A lot of quotas for the SPPP. Thank you for that particular student. Just now I can see the student who asking just now. You are very informative because you know what is SPPP. So thank you for that. I think you can register already. Then you read all the kind of the SPP, then you can register. So don't wait. So don't wait. So you can register for the SPPP, the student, and also those B40. You know the B40. So next is, I think I answered your questions. Just give the sign yes or thumbs up.
Okay, answered. All right.
Yeah, answered.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is the fee for the annual return and also the accounts. That's why it's very difficult, very risky on these Sdn Bhd and Berhad companies, but then it's very untung. So banyak untung lah in terms of Sdn Bhd when you compete with the enterprise and also PLT. So Sdn Bhd very expensive in terms of the renewal, because renewal is based on the annual return, and also you are submitted the financial statement. This one can be a foreigner, can incorporate this one, can be a foreign companies, or local and also the foreigner. Foreigner also can, you know, incorporate this type of company. That's why you can see a lot of Pakistani, you know, Bangladesh, you know, open companies in Malaysia, because their name can use the directors of the companies, so they can eligible for apply for the permit of working in Sarawak. Okay, so as a director of the company, for the foreigner, so the Peter just now, if you open a company in Malaysia, you are eligible to get the permit for working in Sarawak. Not Malaysia, Sabah, Sabah, Sarawak, Malaysia, Semenanjung lah. Malaysia is quite different in terms of immigration requirements. Different. Sarawak is very more strict than these two. So for your information, in terms of the registration of business, they're allowed for the directors to operating to get the permit, so get the permit in terms of the directors of the companies, certain companies with Sdn Bhd and Berhad only, not the enterprise. Enterprise, they are not eligible for it lah. So only the foreigner eligible for the Sdn Bhd and Berhad company. Okay. So if you have the your country, okay, foreign company, you have a limited, private limited, you have that in your country. For information, Peter, if you have private limited in your country, for example, in Singapore, in China, or any other countries, you can bring the private limited to be registered here under the Malaysia, but you have an agent. Agent means that the company secretary also an agent to your what we call it, to your foreign companies. So that is the difference. So we have a foreign company, we have a local companies. So that is. So the registration of the Sdn Bhd and Berhad is under the Micro ID 2016. SSM.com.my. So Micro ID is one of the platform in terms of the company secretary or the public to incorporate the companies in Malaysia. Can two businessmen use two address, two same address or two different address? I can see that one. To see this one, the conversation.
That means can two
businessmen use the same address? This one you referring to the enterprise or Sdn Bhd? It's different, Sazwani, can you enterprise? Two person who running business register under same address. Two person running a same address can. But in terms of enforcement later on, for me is anything happen to your clients and other clients, for both are eligible for the offense. Yang itu ada restricted. We don't see any, you know, those who are officer who approve this, they, as long as they see the address is Semenanjung. So address is Semenanjung, they will. Actually, if you same person using the same address, we don't bother about that. But when it comes to the enforcement, if anything happened to your businesses, complaints and all that, so it might be a risk for you. And for me, I advise not to do same address with two person, different person. For me, I advise to do so. So that is only my advice lah. Untuk particular things. So am I answered your questions?
All right.
Okay, all right, thank you. Okay, next is Sdn Bhd. There's a lot of actually I have to share for the Sdn Bhd, but I think it's enough for the introduction. There's a lot because previously the Act of the Companies Act 1956, there are 372 section. Now under Companies Act 2016, there are 600 plus 620 section. So it's only for the Companies Act. So you have, I don't think so we have a time to share regard to the particular of procedures. That's under the law. I'm not study law, but I have to involve this kind of, which is law is the things that I don't really like law. But now I'm working same as you. even though now under FEB, you don't like law, but later on, when you work with certain agencies, governments, or any corporate private companies, you are study this type of things. You are learn all this type of thing, and then your work is based on according to the law. Also, you will involve all this type of things, then become normal for you. For the student, I don't think student would like to know regards to the law, but later on when you go outside, working with the government, so everything is under the law, so you have to comply with all this. Otherwise you are lawyers lah, then you are very interested on this. So please, so businessman, you must know the law, although you must know the law also, in supaya kita boleh. Yes, any question, Jennifer? I can't hear you. Okay, I thought there is some disturbance. Okay, so the PLT. Okay, most of the PLT, they also a group of UNIMAS students just now. I'm sharing too that they are incorporated the LLP. Until they're very success in terms of their companies. How they handle, I don't know, because they are not sharing with us regard to the matters. Kalau I have that particular of details ada students, I boleh contact, tapi I don't have any contact. Mungkin dia boleh dijadikan sebagai satu contoh this club, club entrepreneur club ini UNIMAS untuk sharing. Kalau dia still berjaya sekarang lah, still berjaya sekarang, boleh contact, mungkin boleh tanya Dr. Afendi whether they have that student punya ni. I ada call card that student that day, but lama sudah, I don't know where I put dia punya call card tu. Sepatutnya I simpan benda tu ni kan. So bila I pindah, I know so many pindah there, transfer there and there, then I think I misplaced dia punya card students tu. It's a very good student yang very productive lah. They try to use, mula-mula dia buat enterprise, then now they using the PLT, entah sekarang dia ada sendiri berhad. Itu I want to know. So I really hope they ada sendiri berhad, dia good CEO now of dia punya company sendiri. So I really hope that. Ada juga banyak certain student daripada universiti-universiti lain. So yang sekarang ni open dia punya company sendiri. So banyak yang dah berjaya lah saya tengok. So PLT also the same as sendiri berhad. Okay, it's a legal entity. So it's local also can incorporate this PLT, and also the foreigner. So my next slide. Okay, why what we call it? Why kenapa kamu tidak mendaftar perniagaan? Okay, so why you don't want to register your business? Kenapa you tak nak daftar? So maybe you punya BPN, BPR, and also this have been rejected. It's not under the purview of SSM. Okay, maybe you rasa, I think most of the business, the new business or the new businessman or entrepreneur, the new entrepreneur outside there, we are trying to avoid any tax, avoid any tax, apa nama tu, kena kecukai oleh LHDN, income tax. So this is the most probably reason why they don't want to register the business, because when you register the business, automatically the record is with the income tax. I'm frankly speaking, when you register your business, they automatically your what we call it, your business will be recorded by the income tax. Tetapi kalau you the income tax, you tak perlu takut. You no need to scared on this so many things imposed by this income tax. Tak perlu takut, because once you registered your business, and then you declare you punya cukai with the income tax. You know why? Because some of the business, kalau you maju into a business, you declare your cukai, you declare your tax, then it might be returned back to you. The same sort like same as the personal income tax. Me, mostly every year kita dikenakan a lot of cukai peribadi, personal cukai, but we can get returns back. So same as the business tax, business tax, same as that. So kalau you tak perlu dikenakan cukai, then no need to, you tak perlu pun bila you declare, you no need to pay the cukai. You have been paid for it, so you need to pay. If you're dormant company also, you no need to pay in term of the particular, tengok you punya account tu is in order or not. So that is particular yang orang takut because of the cukai. Tapi you boleh contact with the income tax. It's not the SSM preview, but I advise you call the income tax regard to the matters. So you don't worry. Sebab banyak lagi businessman kat luar, kenapa dia bayar cukai tapi dia still berjaya. Because dia orang tak semestinya dikenakan cukai because of certain ni, banyak yang takut cukai. Tapi sebenarnya cukai kadang-kadang you bagi kepada income tax, tapi ada lebihan tu dia akan return back to you. So you don't worry. So this is how you have to follow the rules and regulation or the act itself lah according to the law. So tidak tahu ataupun you doesn't know why you have to register the business. Dia ada benefit-benefit yang kita kena ni. Even though you buka perniagaan pun, you have a shop lot or physical physical place, a physical premise, you have to register also with the local council, PBT, you call it pihak berkuasa tempatan, you have to register juga because of the signboard is under them, the signboard and all that. Tapi business online is the premises is Semenanjung, you don't need to do so lah at the point of time. So tidak ada requirement untuk yang business online ini. So you boleh buat business online, bila dah maju nanti you can open your own premises by according to the local council punya requirements. So lokasi pun secara online, kalau dapat SSM secara online. Kalau dekat Sarawak ni, kalau you under the business ordinance, Sarawak ada dua, ada name ordinance and also trade license ordinance. It's different. When you cross the border, you kena register lagi trade license ordinance under that border tu. Border means that Kuching is under income tax. For this one is for enterprise. So Kuching is under income tax. When you cross border, you kena register lagi trade license you under the district office of Samarahan kalau you cross border Samarahan. Kalau keluar daripada Serian, so you kena ambil lagi satu cross border. So it's melecehkan kita di Sarawak, tapi what to do, you have to follow the ordinance. So itulah. Jadi kalau you nak sambil-sambil relax for business, then you register the online businesses with the SSM. So if you have that particular business address premises is Semenanjung or Labuan, you got the address, then why you just try, and then I don't advise you to open the SN Berhad or LLP yet, but you try saja untuk enterprise tu. Sebab enterprise itu yang membawa you kepada eager ataupun semangat untuk you terus want to proceed with for your businesses later on. Sebab daripada situ you dapat duit masuk duit kan. So you can see ada banyak cerita pasal kisah macam mana diorang boleh berjaya melalui online ini. So they just jual kerepek from rumah to rumah. Because previously it was common or normal di kampung, dia jual from makcik jual to the certain sahaja, certain colleagues ataupun jiran-jiran. But after that dia ada peluang untuk register. This is the benefit to dia sebab dia register with the SSM. After that dia bagi dia tengok peluang itu bersama dengan dia pinjam duit and all that kan. So it's very difficult to pinjam duit. So dia pula registered, then they try to register with SSM, dia dapat sijil, they try to pinjam untuk increase dia punya what we call that, increase dia punya capital or modal. So they increase their capitals, then once they increase the capital, dia ambil banyak stok, dia buat lagi, redo that particular ni, jual online, then only we can see duit dia masuk because dia punya because orang-orang kampung ni, they don't know how to share to the others how good is their punya product. They only share with their jiran. Some sort like the student also. I have a lot of what we call that pre-love. Pre-love. Ada student yang very elegant, very what we call urban, very urban. they bought a lot of accessories yang mewah-mewah. So after that mewah, beli lagi, terlalu banyak dalam kotak, they doesn't know what to do, they buang. So some sort lah student yang bijak, walaupun dia kaya, there's a lot of things, tapi dia tak nak buang, dia pre-love, so dia jual online. So that's how the student live lah at the moment. Saya nampak dekat situ, those student akan buat macam tu. Mostly they are creating some sort like other things. They create a new one, or some sort like student bakery. They want to sell the cookies, so they do it online. So ini ada banyak yang berlaku kepada student. Actually student dekat Semenanjung banyak lah. They are selling all these type of things. And then when ada program, they will join. Join because they want to. This one reason why they join this particular of ini mahal bayar, apalah mahal sangat this event, but they still follow. Even they don't have any income. Ada kurang duit income from dia punya business online, apalah business online tak maju pun, tapi dia still follow this particular of orang-orang lain. You know why? Certain event sana dia follow, certain event Damansara follow, dia downtown pun follow, ini pun follow, dia pergi Sarawak pun follow. Ada kami buat one of the online entrepreneurship, kami panggil kenapa orang daripada Limbang, daripada Lawas, manalah you dapat, tambang you punya balon sudah berapa, kan? It's cost you a lot of thousand from Semenanjung, you datang lagi ikut this symposium, ikut dia punya ni. You know why? Ada orang nak bagi saya jawapan tak? Why is the reason? Kenapa this sort of the online punya business, diorang sangat rajin nak ikut kat macam bazir lah, dah bazir duit, bazir masa lagi, you jauh-jauh datang, buat apa? You have to pay lagi the booth tu. Kenapa? You know why? Ada orang nak bagi jawapan? Tak tahu. Any answer from the floor? Oh, okay. I give you answer. Okay, you know why? Networking. Yeah, that is networking. Inilah kriteria seorang business woman atau businessman, mostly perempuan lah. Dia suka, dia cari kawan dia. Ada seorang, my friend lah, saya anggap dia friend lah, because dia selalu follow kami waktu tu kami buat there and there program one, kita panggil one for online businesses. Dia pergi sana-sana, sekarang sudah kaya dia. So because of the networking, dia joget lapis. Lepas tu dia pergi kepada orang lain because dia a lot of networking. Dia ada kawan Semenanjung, dia ada kawan Sabah, dia ada kawan Sarawak, satu Sarawak dia kawan. So dia pergi semua, dia follow saja. Dia follow macam orang follow belakang tu, macam bodyguard. Pergi saja. Dia bayar saja booth tu. Jadi dia ada contact. So dia ada networking dekat situ. From that networking, you know what business you want. Mula-mula you do the business, you doesn't know that business akan maju tak business yang saya buat ini. Kadang-kadang tak maju, kadang-kadang you akan berjaya dan maju. But then kadang-kadang you doesn't know. You know the flow because you still new. Bila still new, you nampak kawan lain buat itu, you share with them apa sebenarnya cerita di sebalik dia punya kejayaan tu. Lepas tu dia nak korek lagi apa sebenarnya saya perlu buat. They sharing each other. From there dia merangkak satu persatu. So from there dia success lah, a success businessman. So daripada situ you akan nampak macam mana those students, you don't have any lines, mungkin you tak it doesn't know siapa yang dekat luar yang business corporate yang saya tahu mungkin my fathers, mungkin my family saja, mungkin your background of family is a businessman kan, mungkin. So tetapi you doesn't know mungkin among your punya families juga saja, tapi now it doesn't know that ini adalah satu langkah untuk you follow this particular of online businesses, untuk pergi ke mana saja mereka berada, dekat booth mana you follow, you just bayar mungkin a bit dekat sini. So you boleh tengok apa sharing of them, mana saya nak korek grant, mana nak saya korek fund, so mana saya nak inject my capital. From there networking is very important. Untuk you yang permulaan ni selalu macam itulah, networking is very important to you, not sales. Sales is a part of it lah, sales you want to increase your sales, tapi jaranglah you sell terus up. Jarang lah. You buka company atau buka enterprise, you terus up you punya sell. No. First of all, mula-mula memang networking itu kena line ada. Macam saya buka kedai spare part lah, I kena tahu siapa saya punya supplier. That is very important. This is why I thought to you that networking is very important in terms of the new business entrepreneurs. So this particular why is the benefit. Ni benefits dia. Is legal. First is legal lah. Saya nampak legal kalau you register the business. Legal, no risk. So you boleh do it legally without any offense. Offense 50,000 mana mau pergi kalau you tak register the businesses. That's why you must know the law. The standard procedures. Advanced procedure pun boleh you baca, but for me standard procedure you baca dululah the basic one. So it must be legally. So second is incentive. Just now I'm sharing regard to this loans, funds, grant, training. For example, training, grant mungkin you tahu, pinjaman, so many grants during the COVID-19, tetapi for your information, in Sarawak banyak terdapat grant kan, because they are not registered. And so not accordingly, you tengok dekat Semenanjung, ni grant, federal punya grant, banyak diorang dapat, but not Sarawak. I so sad lah, but cannot have, because that one is under the ordinance kan. So banyak yang tak dapat register because, why? They don't have any commercial building untuk disewa. They don't have any premises. So the only things that I in my mind to consider is the online businesses if you have that particular of business address in Semenanjung. That's the only things that we can help them. So not makcik-makcik, kakak-kakak yang ada dekat rumah can do online businesses if they know well regard to the IT, ICT and all that. So those IT ni, those yang ada background IT, please do so. Not only for you to do this software and all that, but you sales. So that is my advice lah. So because you more advanced with the other parties lah, the other colleagues. So this one is a lot of funds, grant, dana and all that given by SME Corp. Why latihan also get incentive kan? Kan? Latihan, like for example, from the SME Corp, they have siswa or entrepreneur muda. They train you from A to Z. You know the training is very macam businessman punya training sampai accounts pun dia ajar. Account, how you key in the accounts, macam mana you nak prepare for the cukai, macam mana you nak prepare for this particular of accounts, business account, business company's account and all that, dia akan ajar you macam mana debit credit masuk dia punya ni, macam mana nak prepare, macam mana nak buat meeting and all that. For the companies in the brand, there's a lot of meeting you have to attend. So ini adalah antara yang you kena you must know according to apa latihan, kenapa perlu ada latihan juga, ada insentif ke, so some sort like that. So not only funds but training, so you can learn why you register, tapi you kena ada registered business lah, legal registration, so registered business because they want to see the procedure of them is requirement, dia mesti ada registered dengan SSM atau registered with the local council. All that, then nak tengok sijil, then tengok profile of the company. So this is how the training is look like lah. The third is credibility equipment you to do the business. So you want to convince you punya customer, you must register. You see in Semenanjung, I give mostly I give example for Semenanjung lah, because a lot of enterprise. Saya tak nak bagi example for Sdn Bhd, it's too big. This one is the entrepreneurship mungkin intro lah kepada kita. So when you see the Semenanjung, even though makcik-makcik dekat tamu, kita panggil tamu lah. Sana panggil pasar. Sini mungkin panggil tamu kan. So sini dia local council bayar RM1, RM2, but they don't have any license. Because it's under ordinary, dia tak layak lah kan untuk register. Tapi kalau di Semenanjung, semua every tamu kecil-kecil itu they have a license. You know, That's why bila kita pergi ke tempat tu kita yakin, because they have to show dia punya certificate of registration. So each of dia punya tamu certificate registration, kita percaya bahawa dia adalah genuine untuk jual beli barang. Begitu juga online, online. Later on saya akan share about the Bistrust, online punya businesses, they are coding, coding yang dia boleh trustkan niaga online itu wujud dan not expired dia punya terms of registration tu. They have a license. So kita yakin bahawa that company is genuine. Barang dia pun saya rasa dia supply from that particular company dan company itu wujud. So kita guarantee dia boleh untuk beli barang dengan dia. So that's why is the benefits of the registration of the business. Furthermore, the financial management lebih terurus lah, is manageable of the financial, kita punya financial tu, because we need to share with the bank when we try to get the loans with the banks. So that's how you can see how good the registration of business in Malaysia lah. Outside I don't know lah, tak pernah lagi dihantar pergi luar negara untuk see this registration of business, tapi training ada lah di luar negara, in Japan. Japan is very good one, and also UK. So this is this call who's just now asking for the permohonan SPP. So I'm sharing with you regards to this SPP. SPP. So this SPP is what we call that is our minister punya ni apa nama tu SSM punya apa nama tu prihatin, tanda prihatin during the COVID. So this is what we try to help those new entrepreneurs ataupun entrepreneurs, actually those students B40, wanita ibu tunggal, and also OKU. OKU previously we did, previously OKU and student we did, but now we tambah on add on the ibu tunggal and also B40. So for registration for free. So that how I can share what we call that regards to this particular of registration of business, because I take your time. So 1.5 hours already, sorry. I think a lot of to share. Kalau 600 plus under the Companies Act, I cannot share for you lah. 600 plus section. So under the Destination Act also a lot also. Then also the LLP you cannot share. There's some sort like under the illegally sharing, illegally offense yang berlaku yang kita dakwa pun I cannot share with you because we don't have any times. So mungkin next time ada physically mungkin kita boleh buat lah, at that point of time kita boleh share. I bagi idea what type of what we call that type of business you boleh buat secara physically, what type of business you boleh buat secara online. So I can share you maybe next time lah. Next time I can share. That's only thing that I can share to you regards to this what we call that regards to this registration of business in Malaysia, business and companies in Malaysia. So I do hope that you all have a little bit knowledge, even though not so many knowledge. I think some sort of the some of the students or lecturers or some staff there maybe more knowledgeable than me. So I hope you can share among of the others. So kalau ada apa soalan, you can ask me at this time lah, because we don't have any time. So any questions regard to these particular things?
Well, first and foremost, thank you, Ron, for sharing with us such a very fruitful session. And we have quite a few participants here. It appears that the longer that this session was on, we started out with less than 10, and now we have 43 people in this room. I mean, that is really fantastic. But would you mind if I were to share the, what do you call that? the QR code for attendance, so that staff, UNIMAS staff could claim training hours from this. Would that be all right?
Okay, so I just stop mine lah, slides lah.
Okay, thanks.
Is it? Okay.
Just a few minutes only for people who
Okay.
want to share, who might want to clock in their attendance for this.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Are there any questions, since it was very tough to get SSM to come in with us? So are there any questions that you might want to ask of Ron? This is an excellent opportunity to do so.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, Mr. Ron.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Mickey from FSTS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Doctor.
I actually have 1001 question. Kalau I tanya, probably sampai malam nanti tak siap kita. But I just wanna ask,
Yeah.
is there anyone in SSM that I can go to, if just to answer all the questions that I need? Can I go to your office yang dekat Pending tu? Is there someone?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah, me or my officer.
Whoever.
Anyone. Yeah, whomever. Yeah, me or my officer. If I'm around, you can directly see me. But if I'm not around, my officer too or my officer can, you can ask for. Yeah.
Okay.
Appointment.
Boleh lah. I mean, you will entertain me lah if I go there, because
anyone I entertain.
I have so many questions. Cuma tu lah. I
Yeah.
think pergi sana terus.
Can.
Boleh ah? Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? Majlis Daerah and SSM the same ke?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not the same. Because Majlis Daerah is a council.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a council. SSM is a registrar of companies.
Yeah.
Cik Ron.
Yeah.
Saya Ahmad Hadi Nata.
Hi.
I have one question.
Yeah.
Macam penjawat awam, dia boleh tak register SSM?
Penjawat awam is subject to the approval of your punya agency, government agency. Government or agency, approval by you punya ni lah, organisasi. Macam SSM, if you are pegawai or staff, they need the approval consent. Kalau tak lulus, then you cannot run the business in SSM. Actually, kalau kami dekat SSM, if you want to do business, you berhentilah. Like that. Tapi in the government, you can do it by consent. I don't know whether you punya organisation itu give you consent to run the business. Macam SSM dia bagi, but every year macam renew you punya consent tu.
Oh, so meaning that macam SSM, actually bila kita register SSM, dia tak check pun kita menjawab awam atau tak.
Ya, dia tak check. SSM
kita register dulu, baru minta kebenaran dengan ketua jabatan.
Your organisation itu is bergantung kepada your organisation itu allowed you to run a business ataupun tidak. SSM tak allowed. SSM okay saja. Everyone can do business.
Okay.
Itu internally.
Okay, thank you, Cik Ron.
Yeah, come.
Okay, Encik Ron, it's me again, Dr. Mickey. Okay, balik pada soalan Encik Ahmad tadi ya. Okay, itulah because I'm working with UNIMAS. Okay, saya tengok dah borang consent tu, but in that consent form they ask for the name of the company, so we don't know which one come first, the egg or the chicken. Sebab kalau nak minta pada UNIMAS, dia cakap mesti ada company, lepas tu nak buat company mesti minta pada UNIMAS.
Yeah, SSM allowed any person, there is no restriction untuk you doing your own business. Tak ada jadi masalah. Yeah.
So even though apply dulu lah, we just apply dulu, then baru apply for UNIMAS lah.
You see, Dr. Mickey, you see the government of Sarawak. You see the government of Sarawak, there's a lot of pegawai kerajaan dia, termasuk accountants dia, become a company secretary and also doing appointed as directors to certain yayasan, certain of companies. You see, because there mungkin daripada izin daripada government itself, leads by our CM and all that. So maybe the point of time lah. Macam kami pun sama juga. Kalau consent by our CEO untuk you run business, then you apply. You have to apply. Macam tu juga I think the other government agencies lah. I don't know that is internally.
Okay, because I don't think UNIMAS ada halangan lah. Cuma itulah kalau ikut proses
Hopefully
kerja,
lah.
hopefully lah. Okay, kalau ikut proses kerja, meaning I can apply dulu lah. I can apply dulu for a company, and then once that one is approved, then hopefully lah, insyaAllah lah UNIMAS bagi lah. So kalau dia tak bagi, then I have to default lah, buang saja macam tu kah? Ataupun tutup.
Sayang lah. Sepatutnya because a lot of opportunity kan, those lecturer yang boleh offer for training punya ada, yang private adalah saya nampak ada one of the professor, my friends professor doktor yang dekat ni ada private, dia buka companies, they allow lah. I don't know the government punya universities lah whether
So
they allow.
the point is that buka dulu lah kan, buka dulu then apply UNIMAS lah, macam tu kan.
I don't know. Tapi there's no restriction on SSM lah. Maybe your salah, doctor.
So itulah, like I said, I don't know which one come first, the egg or the chicken. Because you nak apply company minta kebenaran, tapi nak minta kebenaran mesti ada company. That's the thing.
Sebetulnya kebenaran itu kalau ada blanket approval kan bagus.
Okay, alright lah. Okay lah, alright. Itulah, like I said, I've tons of questions to ask you. I don't want to hog the time. Nanti lah I pergi cari you sendiri lah.
Cuba UNIMAS bagi blanket approval, then easy for all lah.
Okay, alright. Okay, thanks.
Alright. Jeron, we have a couple of questions from the floor here. Dia kata macam ni, there's one, dia kata, kalau Sarawak boleh register bisnes guna alamat rumah ke? Kalau tak ada kedai?
Enterprise. Maksud dia enterprise. Sebab kalau enterprise is you have to follow the regulation under the purview of the either district office of the income tax or income tax. Kalau in Kuching income tax. Because dalam ordinance dekat Sarawak, procedures dia, you kena business address you must have the commercial buildings. Ada agreement. Kalau you sewa, you mesti ada attached agreement. This one is trade license punya ordinance. That is a requirement dekat Sarawak. It's not like Semenanjung bawah akta. Sarawak is still bawah ordinance. So you have to comply with the trade license ordinance because you have to apply by way of you rented that particular of commercial buildings. Rented, you must have the agreement, attach the agreement. If not, they don't want give you the trade license. Trade license with nama is different. Nama, names, ordinance is different with the trade license. Trade license, you run there and today punya transaction. Nama is only approval for the name. Okay, so it's two ordinances covered in Sarawak. While in Semenanjung is under SSM satu saja.
Okay.
So, masalah.
Alright, so basically soalan tadi, kalau Sarawak boleh guna bisnes guna alamat rumah, itu bermaksud physical
ordinance negeri Sarawak. You tak boleh apply with SSM. Cannot.
Right, cannot. So the only way yang kalau orang Sarawak nak apply for business using SSM is kalau dia menggunakan alamat dekat Semenanjung, betul?
For online business only. For enterprise saja. Sdn Bhd can physically.
Okay.
Sdn Bhd. But at the moment, I cannot advise lah for students. Maybe team staff or professor, doktor semua dah banyak duit, mungkin boleh open the Sdn Bhd lah.
Alright. So sekiranya ada soalan lagi, kalau nak register SSM walaupun dia dah ada, dia dah daftar syarikat di bawah majlis daerah, boleh ke?
Majlis daerah kan. Yes. So the one under majlis daerah is under majlis daerah or pejabat daerah.
Okay.
Majlis daerah is a trade license, is what we call that operation of the premises. Okay, trade license is under, kalau dekat Sarawak, kalau bahagian-bahagian lain is trade license bawah pejabat daerah. So kalau you dah ada benda tu, you are sudah eligible ataupun legally dah ada, then no need to SSM, is better lah. That one is doing physically. Tetapi for the online business, you have to tengok term and condition of the particular yang keluarkan trade license itu, sama ada you layak tak untuk online business under di Sarawak punya ordinance tu. I don't think so dia bagi, because under the ordinance itself, they don't not stated any of the online punya particular of nature. So that's why might be a difficulty to do the online, but physically dia boleh under the majlis daerah.
Alright.
So kedai runcit, kedai biasa, kedai gunting rambut, they can, because this one illegally under the local.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you mentioned juga just now earlier on yang pelajar-pelajar daripada Sarawak tidak dapat register LLP menggunakan alamat di Sarawak, ya? Is it?
Yes, tak boleh. Because it's under the Akta Pendaftaran Perniagaan for Semenanjung dan Labuan saja.
I see.
So it's covered by these two places only lah.
Okay, sebab I have come across sekumpulan pelajar UNIMAS yang masih lagi di UNIMAS, belajar di UNIMAS, tahun 3 mereka, I think they are in 3rd year now. Mereka memang ada sijil LLP di bawah SSM.
Yes, LLP, yes, company.
Ya, ketiga-tiga pelajar tu mendaftar perniagaan di Sarawak, and then ketiga-tiga mereka orang Sarawak.
Then business address itu boleh di Sarawak.
Business address boleh.
LLP boleh. Enterprise saja tak boleh.
Okay, so
enterprise under the Registration of Business Act tak boleh, tetapi LLP and Sdn Bhd boleh dengan requirement of the trade license Ordinance Negeri Sarawak. Tertakluk kepada trade license Ordinance Negeri Sarawak. So they can be addressed physically, addressed in Sarawak. Boleh.
I see. So dia boleh register LLP dekat SSM walaupun 3 orang walaupun pelajar Sarawak, alamat fizikal Sarawak.
Sarawak, yes, can.
Tapi later mereka perlu mohon trade license daripada agensi.
In Kuching or Semerahan?
Semerahan.
Semerahan is pejabat daerah. Kalau Kuching, you trade license under income tax. Kalau you pergi Seri Aman, Sibu, Emiri, you pergi kepada State Treasury, not pejabat daerah. So it is different. Yeah.
So
special
okay. I mean, pening kepala because there are quite many agencies involved. Yeah.
We really hope soon under SSM semua. Why not? Memang banyak saya punya kerja lepas ni. If SSM was covered for this, kalau SSM dibagi peluang untuk registered all the businesses in Sarawak, I think pening kepala, but there is a lot of job opportunities for the students degree lah yang keluar nantilah. It's a lot of opportunity. Kalau ada di peluang, I really hope that you all praise lah for this.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we have maybe time for 2 more questions? Ada sesiapa yang nak bertanya soalan? Alright.
Other questions?
So let me unshare the QR code sekali lagi. Okay. Alright. Now kalau tak ada soalan, shall we call it the day here? Please join me in thanking Encik Ron Atkinson, Ketua Seksyen Operasi SSM Sarawak, for his time and his knowledge in sharing with us bagaimana untuk mendaftar perniagaan dan syarikat melalui SSM. Ya, terima kasih Encik Ron atas masa dan peluang yang diberikan kepada kami di Universiti Malaysia Sarawak. Terima kasih.
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone.
Encik Ramli. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. All right. So, you know, if you do have any questions, Encik Ron, maybe you could drop your email address in the chat box so that for those who who do want to ask questions from you, they can contact you. Would that be all right?
Can I share mine with you?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. So thank you so much, everyone, from Freda and all these colleagues or all the participants. Thank you so much. I think